Oh shoot, I forgot something already. Just a second here. The moment one thing changes just a little bit, suddenly I don't know what to do. Hello. Welcome to the stream. It's so quiet. There's no music yet. There should be game audio. So let me know if you can hear this. This might actually be a little bit too loud. It's because there's not much going on. I think we're good. I mean, we'll see when we get into it. So there's been an update. It's not like officially announced. It's like it's a public beta. So if you want to access the update, it's on like Steam, like I don't know. So you'd find it somewhere in Steam. Like it's a just look for the beta branch. But there's some new things here. Weed Killer and Cruiser. And we'll look for some new stuff. Nothing looks immediately different. Shovel. I guess I don't need a shovel. I think I want to go. Just go to every moon. And just try to look for things. Oh shoot. Yeah, we're all good. So I know very little. I think this literally just came out like today. Or maybe yesterday. I know that there's a car, a cruiser. And there's some new creatures. Which makes me think that there's at least 2 new creatures, which is like pretty significant. And also, I haven't played this since, well, before the previous update, before this one. So I have some stuff to talk about there too. Okay, this is a good reference for volume. Flashlight. I'm not playing with any mods. I mean, I don't even think mods will work. Did I have mods enabled last time? I actually don't know. We're here on experimentation. Just looking around, just playing the game for now. I do want to buy the new stuff. This is the Weed Killer. If that's what it was called. Let's figure out what that is. Also, the new creature could totally be something completely harmless. Kind of like the tulip snakes. I mean, they're not completely harmless, but they were like a more passive. Well, not the kind of creature that would charge at you and try to kill you, you know. But I'm also kind of expecting one of those. Minor mods, yeah. I like if I play with mods, then it's only pretty small like quality of life stuff. Mostly to balance the single player experience because it's significantly more difficult. And also, since the previous update, it's much more important to look at the ceiling. Well, I'll talk about that later, but I just went backwards. Also, sorry if I move the camera around a lot. That's just how it is. And there's a spider somewhere. Just trying to like keep track of everything that's going on. Look out for stuff. Hello. This guy's gonna be annoying. I might just return. to start. I sure hope this company isn't lethal. That's right. I don't think I got anything else. Like, one of the mods was a button to toggle the flashlight. Because when you're holding a two-handed item like this, you can't access the flashlight in your inventory. You have to put it down, switch to your flashlight, and change it there, and then pick up the item that you dropped. So having a button for that was convenient, but you know, it's not a huge problem. And it's not like I'm trying to make a lot of progress. I mean, I guess it'd be nice. Like maybe one of the new creatures is like only on Titan. Just throwing that idea out there. It's like, okay, well, I might need to go to Titan. If this company were lethal, that'd be tragic. And also, you know, some of them might be rare. So it could take like multiple trips to the same place to find one. Or if I don't stick around for too long. We'll see, we'll see. But I also need to get money to buy the new items anyway. Can I do this? Oh, it actually showed up for a second there. Also considering that this is... Oh, okay. Well, this is already worth it. Considering that this is a... Hello, Bracken. That's actually great news. So he's not going to be bothering me. Actually, it's not great news. You'd rather not see him. But I'm just going to leave right now. So this is a beta. So there's a chance of jank. This is still here. And also you know, there's probably like a bunch of changes that I'm not going to be able to tell at all. Like maybe the map has like the size that increased, or some items were made heavier, or some creatures were made like less dangerous. You know, who knows what all the changes are. I'm probably not going to notice that. One of the changes in the previous update that people complained about was slope behavior. Basically, you walk slower up slopes and then faster down slopes. So overall, it doesn't really make a difference. But I think it's kind of fun because you can optimize it a little bit. Like if you jump at the end of a downward slope, you can kind of maintain that speed for longer. And I think it might be worth it to sprint when going down, but not when going up. Although I can't confirm that. I think it makes sense. So if it's like a multiplier. Was that something? If it's like a multiplier to your speed, then you'd rather multiply a high speed than a low speed, right? I think that was nothing. Also, yeah, we're speedrunning out here. Why are you both saying the same thing? On Twitch and YouTube chat. But I mean, this game is cooperative. This game is multiplayer, and you're pretty much expected to play with at least 2 people, but most likely like 4 people. So a lot of the monsters' mechanics depend on multiple people. Is there a good example of that? Out of like the I was gonna say vanilla, but this isn't a mod. This is just an update. But like at the original monsters. Solo speedruns are painful because if you die once, then you have to reset. That's not unusual for us, but you have to take a lot of risks. Like, you've got to go to the most dangerous moons to get as much as possible, and you're like much more likely to die there trying to do that. And you need to go on for a very long time. I mean, it depends on the category. Like, if it's only like one of the first few quotas that you're speedrunning to, then it's just RNG actually. Just like hope that there's very valuable loot right in front of the door. And so if I don't notice anything different about this map, I'll be looking out for changes with the maps, but I might miss a few like do small things here and there. This all looks kind of the same. But what is like a good example of a, is that shaking? Yeah. I guess the baboon hawks, right? If you're in a big group, they're less likely to attack you. Or if they outnumber you, they are more likely to attack you. So if you're solo, they pretty much always outnumber you. Trying to think of all the monsters. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. The assurance always, it's always good. Koya heads. I mean, sort of, but not really. Like, Koya heads are, if you look at them, they can't move. So, if you're in a group, you can just have one person look at them, and then everyone else can do whatever. But if you're solo, you need to look at them, and suddenly you are much less capable of doing anything else. Or like dogs. They are alerted by noise, so if you make a sound, they'll attack you. But if you're solo, you have no reason to talk, really. I don't even know if I have my microphone connected to the game. Yeah, it is picking it up, so dogs will hear me. I'll have to be quiet. Hello. No, I wouldn't mind. Oh, I wanna scan everything too. Get a good list of monsters. Now that the Bracken is here, I have to be checking my back all the time. But yeah, most like monsters are designed with the co-op experience in mind. Goodness. Yeah, I'm like expecting it, but it's still surprising. So for solo, for this experience, I might not even like notice a creature's gimmick. The gimmick is like, if there are 3 people, then they get aggressive, and it's like, well, they're just not going to be aggressive for me, and I'm not going to notice anything unique about them. Was that worth 60? No, 16. Yeah, that's not changed. I also should be heading back right about now. Oh, hey, dude. Pretty sure the Bracken is behind me. There they are. Oh, he didn't take it. I thought he like grabbed it while I wasn't looking. Yeah, let's head back now. And I don't think it's a bad thing that there's that creatures are designed around groups. That's like the whole point of the game. I'll have to make multiple trips back. It's just a little bit unfortunate that solo players kind of miss out a lot. I think that my biggest request for this game, for new content, is a moon that is basically an upgraded version of Assurance. Because what is Assurance? It is very loot dense, but it's very small. Which means that if you're a single player, it's pretty easy to go in and get a lot of items. But if you're a big group of players, you're not going to have enough items to get, right? You're likely to get every item in the facility if all 4 players are searching efficiently. And it's like if you had a bigger map with more items, even if they're more spread out, you'll be able to collect more because you have more people. And that's how the like higher difficulty moons work. Like Titan, it's a huge map with a ton of items that are very valuable, but it's just a little bit too dangerous and spread out to be worth it for a solo player. So like a like more valuable, or a map with like pretty valuable stuff that's very small, that doesn't really have a very high total loot count. Maybe you could have like max of like 12 items, but each of those 12 items are very valuable and the map is not too huge. So you could like realistically maybe grab everything as a solo player, but of course like as a big group there'd be no reason to go there because you just like get all the items, and you know you could have gotten more if you just went to a different map. Well, I can. Is it worth a trip back to grab one item? The yield sign might actually be the least valuable thing here. And it's also the heaviest. Sure. It destroys the worm grass. But I wanna talk about the butler. I think that's what they're called, right? They were added in the previous updates, and their entire mechanic is based around multiple players. So basically, if you are in a group, if you are with another person, then the butler is harmless. They literally do nothing. Well, actually not quite. That was a dog. They basically do nothing. But if you are alone, then they will try to attack you. But then if another person shows up, then they will stop attacking you. So the idea behind this monster is that your group will spread out. One person will encounter the butler and it'll chase them and let up a Moonhawk. And then this person will be like, this guy was chasing me, and then everyone will group up and the butler will just sit there doing nothing, and they'll be like, oh, it's harmless. What are you talking about? That is the interaction that the dev wanted to happen. But solo, when I first played the updates and I went looking for the new monster, the only thing that I experienced was a guy that attacks you when he sees you. So it was basically just another thumper. So for single player, he's just another thumper, just an enemy that attacks you when they see you. And then for everyone else, they had a more interesting experience. We can go to Vow. Oh, we should, well, I'll look at the new items at the company building. The gaslighting monster, yeah, pretty much. Oh, look, we can look for bees. Scan the items in your ship. There's nothing wrong with that, but if you're looking for another item outside of your ship, help. Didn't see any bees. We can go to the fire exit. Sure. You kind of want to go to the fire exit early. Oh, the ghost girl. Yeah, the ghost girl is another example of that kind of thing where she'll only haunt one player. Oh, well, that's pointless. She'll only haunt one player, but that one player is the only person who can see her. So you end up in a situation where one guy is freaking out because of a ghost, but everyone else is like, "What are you talking about?" And then their head explodes, and it's comical. But single player, it's like the ghost girl always is targeting you. So it's basically like the moment the ghost girl shows up, you're on a timer to leave before she just decides to kill you. Which, I mean, that is how it is in multiplayer too. She is just a timer that eventually kills one of you. But only one player dying is not as big of a deal in a group of 4 people. And I think that's kind of the way the game is designed, right? It's like they kind of want at least some people to die. Like, some people should be guaranteed to die to make it interesting. As long as a few people can survive, and it's not a huge problem. So like some kind of guaranteed or unfair deaths are there to try to make the game more interesting, instead of just like everyone survives. Or like once you learn how the enemies work, you just have like easy way to avoid them and never die. It's like, yeah, some of them are kind of unfair and are gonna kill you. But like single player, then suddenly that's a problem, because there's sometimes just times where you just die. Not being able to do much about it. Also, I'm really focusing on the game. That is nothing. And then your head explodes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it is if you eclipse the ghost girl. Like one guy is freaking out, like they're gonna die, which because they are, and everyone else is like, "What's your deal, dude?" Oh, that's a spore lizard. A lizard. I want to scan you. I could keep. I don't know why they sound like a pig. Explore the front. Yeah, ideally one person should stay on the ship at all times. And they're never gonna die. I mean, they could die to dogs. Is that it? What the... Hey, dude. they're much less likely to die. As long as they just keep track of dogs. Like, oh, if everyone dies, at least one person can make it back safely, or they're already back safely. Yeah, I'd be like a little bit disappointed. Let's go this way. I don't think I explored this path. Why is the Brackenwood just hanging out in here? And this was worth it. So we actually. 3 more items. Hey, dude. Oh, there's a spider. See, the problem with that is that he's still there. This is a predicament. I know that there's nothing behind me because that was a dead end. Excuse me, Mr. Spider. I'd like to. He's in his roaming state. Because they will stop moving if you look at them. Bracken, don't come in while I'm looking away. Thank you. Yeah, I can get all these items back. I think. If I don't die to a giant. The Randall community as a collective has 1 brain cell. Maybe. Hello everyone who's joining the stream. Welcome in. Just simply ask the monsters to not kill you. Half of one. This chat is responsible for half of community's brain cells. That's kind of the big responsibility. Two brain cells. Ah. Stamina. Getting a bunch of heavy items. I do want to make a trip back. Let's try not to die. If I hear a giant, I'm immediately heading back. Gotta love it when the inventory space works perfectly. Didn't have to leave any items behind. Didn't have to make a trip back for just a few items left. So right about now is when I would expect a giant to show up. This place is creepy. Yes, that's the point. Congratulations. There's just a rock there. That was a good day. Actually, I could look at this. 7 objects. This number is totally wrong, by the way. 681 is way too high. I think there's anything new there. But let's have a look at some of the new items at the company building. Oh, actually, I think I might understand something now. That was a good day. I think this game is best when you encounter a lot of creatures, but you don't actually die to them. So, the situations where you like just barely make it out of there. Because it's like kind of boring if there's no creatures at all, or if they're really easy to avoid, then it's like, oh, there's like nothing really happened the whole day. But if it's if there's like too many creatures and you're just overwhelmed and killed instantly, then it's like, well, it's always you. I'm gonna go crazy looking at every tiny little change. This is new. Huge magnet. Okay, well that's the extent of my testing. That feels new. I feel like that'd be more recognizable if it was it had been there the whole time. I want it to be cinematic. This is not enough. I'll sell one more item. No, I'll sell this because this can actually be a problem. It's actually one short. No. Okay, we'll have to wait a little bit. This game actually has a lot of math if you're speedrunning. If you want to calculate exactly how many items you need for the next quota. Or something like that, something along those lines. I have no idea what this could do. And a cruiser. My guess as to how this works is that you pay the 400 to use it for 1 moon. And you can't bring it with you. Or maybe you bring it with you with a huge magnet. Yeah. Actually, the huge magnet kind of makes sense. If it's to carry a huge truck. But ignoring this, what I was going to say is that you could basically buy it and use it for 1 moon. And so it's like very expensive to spend 400 on every single moon, but then the benefit is that you get to carry way more items, especially if you're in a big group. But if you just bring it with you, then maybe its durability is the problem. Like if any monster attacks you, then it gets destroyed, or if you crash into stuff. Well, I'll mess around with that later, but for now, what is this? Well, how is this useful? Do you spray it at monsters, or is there like a plant-based monster? That's not a great sound effect. Well, I guess it's okay. Cause who would? Hmm. I'm just like, there's a reason to the snakes. Well, by one of these. I assume this also has limited capacity, just like the spray cans, spray paints. I think it's nice to have an extra one of these. If you die. Or actually, no, not if you die, but if you... Oh my goodness. That's not a problem. But if you, like, this is not worth any money, right? If you bring this back to your ship, you can't sell it. So if the choice is between bringing scrap back to the ship and bringing the flashlight, then you should pick the scrap, because that will actually contribute to the next quota. And it's like, I mean, single player, like, you don't really have too much to spend your money on. So like just having extra flashlights as backups, it kind of means you have an extra inventory slot to bring stuff back if you just like sacrifice one of these. And you just like pick up the one in your ship and use that. Anyway, let's just go. Hopefully the game doesn't fall apart when I alt tab, because sometimes that happens. Some games. I think it's fine. Quota reached. Or maybe, the only plants thing that I can think of is a giant. They kind of look like big trees, right? But that doesn't really sound like it makes sense. Let's go. Oh, they're all kind of bad. Bad weather. I mean, I don't need to do them in order. You can go here first. This map is interesting. This is one that was added recently. Let's try it. Let's just try it for its intended purpose. Let's just maybe you do weed spray in the forest giant. What if I spray some random plants? Yeah, of course that doesn't do anything. It's intriguing though, I'll say that. So here's my strategy for this map. Here's a bridge. It's very long, so it's likely to break. So only bring a flashlight across this bridge, and you can make it without breaking it. And there's a path I'd like to take to head back, but there's more options then. Apparatus? Nope. This is a very dangerous map. It's like significantly more difficult than other ones I've been to before. I personally don't really like it. As like okay, I like to deal with these early. Like you're not running into monsters. Ooh. That is the sound of this. Spike trap. Another reason to look at the ceiling. I remember I heard another one. What's a key? I don't really care about the keys. Unless this is like locked. Is that a red light? Maybe. Oh, it was actually. This is the fire exit. I think the fire exit is worse than the main entrance. There's ways to navigate it that are like a bit safer, but it's kind of complicated and you might need an extension ladder. So okay, another like probability thing. Oh, don't spoil anything. I don't assume, don't ask questions like that. Like, have you seen this yet? Because if I haven't, then you just revealed that is a thing. I just started and I haven't seen anything new except the huge magnet on the side of the ship and the weed killer, which I don't know what it does yet, so don't explain. But a probability thing is that if you see like these traps, if you see a lot of traps very early on, then it's very likely that there's a lot more traps everywhere else. Because if you see a bunch early, then that means that there's just probably a lot of them overall. Whereas if you only see like one trap and like no other traps in the immediate area, then it's probably that's like the only one, or like there's only a handful spread out across the whole map. So if you see like I wouldn't be surprised if there's a spike trap like somewhere over here. Oh, there's nothing. I feel like I found mostly. I hate these tunnels. They just keep on going and going and going, and they don't actually have any items in them. I don't find any items in the next few rooms, as in right here. Heading back. This is the wrong path. I don't think it's worth, like, if you haven't found anything yet, then you're probably not going to find anything for a little bit longer. At that point, just kind of accept that you haven't really found much and head back with what you had. Am I lost? Or is it like a roundabout path? Oh, this is okay. So I'm here. Thank you for the ambience. I can bring all these back. I'm very heavy though. Which also this map tends to be really bad in terms of outdoor spawns. So I mean they might have nerfed it. That could have been a change. Lag spike makes you think something just spawned in, either giants or Leviathan. Leviathans or Earth Leviathan, that's what they're called, right? The big worm dudes. They're quite large, so it might take a while to load in. Even though you can't actually see them at all. It's probably just a giant, though. I don't know if I can make this jump, I'll be honest. Oh, we're fine. Oh, not quite. There we go. Usually it's down here. Down in that pit, there's like tons of monsters. Leviathan, like Rain World. Everything is a Rain World reference, you know? That's how it is. And if anyone is watching who doesn't know anything about Rain World, you're just watching because it's Lethal Company. I mostly stream Rain World on this channel, so we tend to make references to it, whether we try to or not. These guys, I'm going to stay over here to avoid them. They might steal items from my ship. I don't know if they do that. And they can go in the ship, but I think it's only to attack players and not to take items, but they can take items. So this bridge has like a limited amount of uses before it collapses, so I think I can only jump on it one more time before then. This is... Try to run away quickly to get rid of aggro. I'm very heavy, which means I don't think I'm going to be able to make that jump. Do you want this? Did they just trade? Oh boy. Even if I survive that, there's a worm too. Oh man. I was very heavy there. The problem is that I didn't actually know which path to take, because that bridge, I think you can only make the jump if you're below a certain weight, and I think 90 was like too high. So I didn't even think I could have made it back either the pass that I knew. But yeah, outer spawns are pretty crazy, because there were 2 baboon hawks there alongside the like 4 that were already at the by the ship. I didn't lose any. I mean, I lost a bunch of scrap, of course, but you know, who cares? Maybe I should have just sold everything. At least get some money. Not like like I could make the quota in one day, so I'm not worried about that just yet. You only really need to stockpile items if you're going for a really long or really late quota. Does this feel brighter than normal? Trying to notice every tiny little change. I do wonder if any of the monsters are... I mean, offenses, I expect to see something dangerous here. Like maybe they don't want to add anything new to the early game moons, like experimentation or assurance. It's like, okay, offense, we can start, you know, making things more dangerous. Yep, landmines and offense go together quite well. That's an open... Well, that's why. I feel like I don't want to be here. I'm just getting that feeling. We already got some items. The bottles are here. Water from Rain World. Okay, I don't know about that. What is this? Remote? I already put some items out here, right? Oh, that this is two-handed. It's quite valuable though, so it's worth coming back for. Usually V-type engines are like 30. But that one's 50, so it's like on the high end. I'm looking at these rocks like, do these rocks look different? Now, the problem, that this little like formation of spikes, that's a baboon hawk nest. And it's a really bad spot because I like to like I should have dropped down. I can't get that thing anymore. Hello? he's running away. Oh. um. Some things just found a place. Who are you, though? What are you called? Fox. You're a fox. Okay, so let's do some science. This looks spiky. Yep. Do I have a reason to do that? Do these hurt? Do I? What, am I gonna get trapped and then that guy's gonna get me? So this works. Yes. But why would I do that? Because I can kind of stay away from that area. Because that guy's gonna do his thing, whatever that is. I'm just gonna just walk around. Yeah. But I kind of want to stick around and see if there's any interactions between that and these. We'll stick around. I'll wait. They might do something at night. Garden work has been added to Lethal Company. And I can also read the ship log, or whatever it's called. Is that an Outer Wilds term? The ship log. What is it called? The bestiary? Yeah. I feel like I should have seen that creature on Adamance. That feels like a more fitting place for it. It's more like foresty. Oh, turrets. I haven't encountered any turrets yet. That's an open vent. So I can already guess that the other monster is indoors. I'm holding the fish. I'll take these two back. I prioritize science over money. Plant drinking water. Yeah, the animation was a little bit simple, but I guess it's effective. I don't know if they hurt you though. I don't really know if I want to risk that. Because I might just die if I just kind of. That's not a horrible sound. This isn't a creature. They're prickly. That's what I gathered. Oh, this keeps going. Okay, I heard some sounds. I just want to be a nature observer. Also, I think there's a bug with the flashlight where it doesn't quite work properly. So what are you doing? They are in fact making that noise. So I'm guessing is that these plants either spread or they tend to block important areas. Like if they were in that little pathway there, that'd be, it would make it more more annoying to get to the main entrance, right? But they're kind of out of the way, so it's not a huge problem now. But if they were blocking your path or covering a much larger area, then that would be a problem. I need to make sure there's no dogs around. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, I haven't read their log yet, but there's a baboon hawk. Sorry if this is hard to see. It is quite dark. They seem to ignore each other. Yeah, baboon hawks have no interaction with them at all. Will I risk this? Yeah, sure. Do you have something to say to me? Did you just produce that thing? Oh shoot, not again. Very interesting. Very interesting. I did like seeing that guy just kind of on the floor, just sitting there, just hanging out. It didn't seem to be aggressive because it ran away from me at first. 80%? Sideways mouth. Ooh. it's a white lizard. Got it. I think there's a non-zero chance that since I encountered these plants, that I will encounter them again on future moons. Like it's something that's why the weed killer was like useful, because it's like, oh shoot, these things are here again, time to get rid of them, time to clean them out, you know? Yeah, it is a fox. It's like a weird looking one, but I mean that's everything. That's everything in this game. Weird looking creatures. Oh, flashlight's out. Okay. So they didn't seem to attack me at all. But maybe it's because I approached it instead of me just kind of walking by. So if you're like just passing through the area, they might get you. But if you're aware of them, if you're like, or if you have a shovel, it seems like a shovel is like an easy way to get rid of them. But 80% seems quite high for that description, which basically just says that they kind of sit there and wait for something to approach. Maybe they will attack. I mean, they didn't seem to attack the baboon hawks, and they're also making a lot of noise, which makes me think that they weren't in their like hunting state. And that would kind of give away their position, which it did. Well, let's head to March. We haven't gone here yet. I also wonder if this has a limited usage. I'm sure it does, right? Also, there's a funny little thing at the end of the other might there be these plants on the ship? Oh, if I'm gonna encounter the own, yeah, it's gonna be on these like forested See, the first click of the flashlight doesn't do anything. Hey, dude. Oh. No damage at all. That's interesting. They seem to specify that they're prickly. That kind of sounds familiar. I don't know why I decided to immediately jump on the ship. Very interesting. I guess they do kind of look similar to these red plants. So you're just like walking in the dark and you don't really notice that you're walking through a bunch of those and the guy grabs you. I do appreciate that they spawned in right away. An outdoor creature that doesn't show up late at night. I think that's nice. More like bees or whatever the other guys are that fly. But we're in March. So brackens. This is a one of these rooms. Mold pan. I'll pick up this apparatus later. Not a fan of these tunnels. There's like so many corners that things could be hiding behind. Don't exactly feel safe just kind of wandering around. Metal sheet. Not really a fan of these. They just kind of take up space and they're heavy and they're not worth too much. But it's like, I guess it's something, so you might as well take it. So did that flashlight just turn off on its own? That flashlight, the one that I'm using. Anything wild happened? We found a fox. Who's maybe like a white lizard. But I haven't had a bad encounter with it. I've just observed that it exists. But it was hanging out by the ship, like right now. It's probably still there, so I might have to run into it again. This is just a dead end. Okay, well, depending on how many items I have, I might just head back right now and look for a fire exit instead. This map is like a perfect example. You know what? But it is just a tattered metal sheet. You've seen Rain World terms. That's how we communicate. Oh yeah, this creature, it's like a combination of a lizard and like a white lizard and a what? I don't know. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Let's see if he's still there. Or if you can hear him. Yep. That's Can I get on the ship? Last time they ran away from me, but now I don't trust them quite as much. Hey, dude. I don't have a weapon either. Cool. I need... Kind of cute as I'm smacking it with the stop sign. There's a chance that they're bugged because this is a beta. But I don't want to use that as an excuse for everything. Also, it did show up right next to the ship, so maybe that theory is still correct. They had an encounter with those plants that they kind of travel with you, you know. That they're very like widespread invasive species. Take any opportunity they can get to spread out. I didn't really find anything valuable there. Oh, that's nice. Head back to actually, we'll just go to another fire exit. Although the chance of a giant showing up is increasingly likely. You look kind of weird, dude. Is that an owl? Have there been owl sounds before? That's a like very specific thing to focus on. That's a thumper. With bottles. Are the bottles worth it? That kind of sounded like a creature. I hate this song. Okay. I do have a weapon. I don't trust myself to use it on a thumper. Not quite there yet. They're scared of weapons, right? I watched a video about the Boonhawk's AI, and it's such a mess. There's like so many factors. They have like a fear value and an aggressive, or I guess it is just fear. And the more that you threaten them, or the less that you threaten them, they might attack you. And it's like there's so many like things that affect it, like how many items you're holding, if you're holding a weapon, if you're in a group, if you're looking at them, like all of those add up into determining whether they attack you or not. Are you still here? That's a beehive. I kind of want that, but it's right in the middle of this nest. I can't see where they are. Oh man, that does not help at all. Excuse me. Sorry. They're on the ship. I can't let them on. They're gonna slide away. Goodbye. I like the model. The model's very good. But their behavior might not quite be there yet. They can hang out on your ship though. So that's information. Could I play as viewers? Probably not. It'd be quite a hassle too, because I'd have to like, I don't know if you could just like make an open lobby, and I don't know. Actually, I guess I could, but I think I want to stay solo anyway. I know that most of you guys are cool, but there's also a chance that some random person is viewing who would try to hop in and then be a nuisance. So sorry to call you out if that's you. Probably a low chance of that. How many days left? None. You have a decent amount of stuff. Oops, hit the mic. There's a chance my microphone is a little bit broken. There's a chance that if I hit it, it will just stop working. I could sell everything and try to get the cruiser. I kind of like the idea of trying that out. So sure. We'll do that. I still have a new monster to find, which bothers me because that probably means that they're on one of the harder moons. Well, is there a place? Okay, so some places have like Some sort of monster that is like the most common on that moon. So on experimentation, I believe it's spiders. Oops. If you're talking, this guy gets mad. So that's actually a concern for me. On assurance, I think it's snare fleas or loot bugs. On just can't get rid of that. Let's actually look and see if there's any of these plants on the ship somehow. I guess like they're able to survive in space if they can like travel between places on ships. Well, not seeing anything stand out. So do I have enough money? Is this worth enough? Actually, I don't think so. It might just barely be not enough. Actually, I'll get overtime bonus, yeah. Well, it won't apply immediately, but maybe I want to spawn it in. And you know, this does kind of look like a ramp that a vehicle could drive up, yes? Is this new? Let's see. Just barely not enough. Unless it's on sale. It is separate. Separate than all the other items. Like it's kind of in its own little category at the bottom there. I'm honestly surprised that it's not like more expensive because it sounds very powerful, which makes me also think that there's some sort of big downside. I guess I'll just go. I could get another flashlight for safety. Let's get two of them. There is something down here, if you know, you know. There's like a whole thing going on down here that is theorized to be like the end game, or like how you beat the game, maybe. But it's like it doesn't do anything yet. So like every update we're gonna check like, is there something new that you can do? Could it be cheap for the pre-release so that people can actually test it out? Maybe. This is an annoying bug where the flashlight turns on. You place it down. I thought that was like a modded problem or a server problem. Whatever, I'll just use this one. Nope. Goodness. Okay, whatever. Actually, maybe if I didn't buy those, I could have gotten. Whatever. We'll go for a little bit more. I do enjoy how like the company building is just this massive building. Oh, that wasn't even overtime. If I didn't die, it definitely would have been enough. Okay. There was... Okay, hold up. I do want to look at something. I don't know what it means. Good job, he gets an A+ in creep schools. Not school. Whatever that word is. There was like a name here. Or no, was it the other one? So it seems like these aren't really dangerous. They just kind of get in the way, and they're annoying, and they hide the fox, who's the actual dangerous one. No? Nothing? I know there's like some of these have like little secrets in them. Like a secret moon that you can go to. This is great weather. Nice weather we're having. I guess guess we're going here. Not really any other good options. See, the flashlight was on. There's some sort of bugginess going on with these flashlights, or maybe it's like some sort of mod that is still trying to do something somehow. Okay, this is more like it. That's actually taking up quite a lot of space. It's like more of what I expected. So now it's like, where's the fox in this whole mess? It's actually quite hard to tell. Unless they move around, of course. So this is this would be quite annoying as a new player on experimentation, or maybe it's like, oh, they could be up here too. Since I've encountered one on experiment or on, thank you. Since I encountered some on offense, I'm not gonna keep seeing them every single time. I'm sure I'll understand the mechanics of those eventually, but for now I think they're neat. I haven't experienced any danger yet, so I'm waiting for that. Oh, that's weird how the shader is working with that. Oh yeah, person at the ship. Could you go and deal with the weeds? Okay, where is this problem? Okay, these items that I just dropped. I think it's on the floor above. I'm kind of wandering around a little bit. It's the Bracken room. I think it's above. It's kind of above me here. Which means, I mean, I can go up. Well, actually no, I can't. I can go up here. There we go. I might end up running into some spiders. We're on experimentation. Here we are. But the fact that the weed killer exists makes me think that they're actually like gonna be a bigger problem. Like if they do spread, then you really do want to go every way to like try to kill every single one of them, so that they'd never come back. Okay, I don't like these open doors. I think that's just a random sound effect that plays sometimes. I've only heard it once before. That's quite rare. Oh, it's one of you. AKA, it's irrelevant. Oh, that's my engine, dude. This is the leaks. So I think I'm just gonna head back. I mean, this area is kind of a maze and not likely to find too much. I mean, fire exit. Let's go back. I do really like the sound that they make. I mean, goodness. I almost just... Oh, there you are. That's not very dangerous to me. But imagine hearing the sound of the fox without knowing that the foxes exist, right? That'd be freaky. Like, what is that thing screaming in the distance? That's like good, like in the middle of the night, if you're like trying to run back to your ship and that's what you hear. That's pretty good. I think that's a good reason to add the fox, even if it did nothing else. That might be the way back. I don't actually remember. It is. Yikes. Okay, we'll have to go around, but I might as well look around a little bit while I'm here. Goodness. I think these are all the creatures that I'm going to encounter. Snare flea, lizard, and loot bug and slime. Yeah, that definitely takes up the creature count. That was the lizard for just a second there. Did I explore these other paths though? I'm spending a little bit more effort talking than like remembering everything. Might have already gone this way. Bottles. I love when it's just a dead end immediately. The slime should be here. Yeah, I might just leave. Although, yeah, just leaving the flashlight behind is kind of annoying. Why is it so hard to enter pipes with the grapple? Because the game... Yeah, it is annoying. Also, this removes the strategy of just dropping straight off the ledge right here, although it feels random where these are going to be. So that's not always going to happen. Like, I can totally see how you could just not be paying attention and just get grabbed by the fox. Oh, I haven't experienced that yet. I feel like I want to go and just like jump into the... Oh yeah, it's like that is so... That is very good, that sound. I think we'll just head back. I spent too much time wandering around, not really making any progress. And the other items that were there was like the engine and the axle, which the loot bug might have just taken both of those, and the apparatus, all two-handed items, pretty deep in the facility that take a long time to bring all of those back. If only I had a truck. No, I don't think a truck would be very useful because if it climb up a ladder. So like, if it respects terrain, I mean, surely it does. I don't think a truck can climb a ladder. Unless it has like rocket thrusters. Who knows? Anyway. Goodness, the weather. Appearance. The best moon, we all know. I don't know. Assurance is great, single player, but in a group, Marsh is probably the best option for the early like free moons. So I want to see if I can find more of these. Yep, they're here again. So since the first time I found them, they've been on every moon. Although it's quite strange that they show up immediately. Yes. Oh, they really do take up a lot of space. Maybe they're spreading. Maybe it's getting worse with every moon I go to. Eventually, the whole map is going to be covered. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if that happened. Be interesting. And when they're really grouped up like that, it's hard to find the fox. That becomes the challenge, the danger. It's like, well, the only way to get back to the ship is by going through all these plants, and you get eaten up. This is nothing. So worth the risk. Quite strange, whoever built this place made such a long hallway that just leads to nothing. I guess there was like a server room, yeah. Steam leak somewhere. That's another turret. The biggest problem with the turrets is probably the turrets. They're quite dangerous and they could be in kind of bad situations blocking your path. No, that wasn't a turret. That's just a shadow. Turret-shaped shadow. A lot of nothing though. There's usually a lot of items in that area, kind of around the middle of the room. Open vent. Probably risky to run around because it could be a snare flea. Could be a loot bug. I don't know if snare fleas can attach to the top of ceilings that are higher than the normal rooms. Because like if snare flea was like here, that makes sense. But if snare flea was like here, like is that too high? Although I think they can, they work totally fun on mansion maps, which usually have higher ceilings. The room and a fire exit. Well, that's more convenient, isn't it? I can just find one more item. I would be happy to leave. That's one more item, but it's not a very valuable one. I think I heard something other than just the door opening. The interesting thing about this game, and when it gets an update, is that I thought I almost died. So that jump, you get so used to the sounds of the monsters that the moments you hear something that you don't recognize, it's like very very shocking, very Ooh, that is a problem, isn't it? It's also a beehive. Let's investigate. Is there a good path? There is. There's the fox. Or could there be multiple foxes? I guess it said they're solitary most of the time, yeah. I do appreciate that the log on about the monster, like you can read it and you get like a decent idea of how they work, but not quite, so you still kind of have to guess a little bit. That's a wonderful sound. See, like, is it risky to run down that path? Probably not. I'll take the chance. That's the bell. And I have a weapon. Approach me if you dare. I'm also extremely heavy. Maybe they're kind of like spiders, where if you walk in the plants, they detect you. Although that would be kind of strange to have two creatures that are so similar. I mean, the spiders are quite different in terms of appearance, and the webs are like sticky. You know, you actually get stuck in them. I think this is a safe path. You only really kind of go through some of them, although it is quite kind of a longer. I only left the flashlight behind, yeah. So I could go back. Did I already use up my other flashlights? I guess yeah, I did. But this path also has this guy. Well, I don't see anything yet. If I took the regular path back to the ship, would there be anything in the way? Doesn't really look like it. That looks like a safe. Let's try to find just a few more items. Maybe on paths that I didn't really search quite thoroughly. Oh shoot, that's his stash. Like, ooh, bottles. I could escape with those items. Is he still mad at me? Yeah, now they're defending it. But what was up here? Right, that was like the really long dead end. There's two of them. That sounds significantly more dangerous. Yeah, this is the area that I didn't really want to explore because it was Oh no. And it leads here. And there's bottles. I would be fine if this was all I took. This way, isn't it? Yeah, I'm aware. I won't mess with you guys again. I can't take back 2 bottles anyway. Okay, this could be a significantly more dangerous trip back. I don't have a weapon, and I don't. That's Boonhawk. Although they might be broken, still. I don't know. That's my ship, you know. I'm gonna take that. Yes, I should have. There's a way to get on the ship without dropping an item. Is this guy always just gonna hang out on my ship? What's that? Excuse me. What are those things? Those are baboon hawks. They like to hang out. They're very like social. And if they outnumber you, they are aggressive. Which means that I'm always at a disadvantage. I could just hang out here until it's midnight and then the ship will leave automatically. I just don't know if it's risky to... Are you dangerous? They're very flowy. Because some enemies will have like a hitbox just when you touch them. If they have some sort of like grabbing attack, then if you touch them at all, then they attack you instantly. They just took damage. Also, their like terrain is like over here. Why are you in the ship? Sorry, you guys can't see anything. Well, that's nice. See what I meant? Okay, I understand. But it's strange. I guess like, I mean, maybe their behavior is broken, as in they aren't supposed to just be on your ship. So if they are somewhere in the big collection of plants, you know, then they will just grab you suddenly and drag you into the depths. That was quite threatening, though. If you couldn't tell, there was a worm too, trying to eat me. What if this would have worked on him? Once again, I do not have enough time or money. Well, 378 in one day. How does that sound? What's the depths? I didn't even mean to say that. once again, the plants are here. But I also see, like, if you have a weapon at all, then it's probably very easy to escape. You just hit their tongue once. If they take quite a while to like drag you around. We're going to try hard right now. Lights are out. Key there. I guess I'll take it with me. Is that my own footsteps, or is it something much worse? This game is really good at making you really paranoid for no reason. Because there's several footsteps that you want to be listening for that are not your own, but like very dangerous. So you have to like stop moving for a second to listen, but then it's like, did it stop because I stopped walking, or did it stop because it stopped? Just randomly at that moment. Those are just some pipes. Not really satisfied with this. Usually the big rooms usually have a few things. Did I say usually twice? That's the path back. It's also the path back. There's a new path to the steering wheel. Just a turret at the end of a dead end. Just, yeah. Nice little surprise for you. There's the steering wheel down here. And I assume that there are more items because it's making a lot of noise. That is the sound of a spider. This is enough items for one trip back. I'm kind of bothered by the frequency of stuff I'm finding. I might need to just make a trip to the fire exit and hope that there's a lot of stuff there. Oh, there's a spider here. No. Oh, there's somewhere around here. Look behind me. Does that keep going? Don't die to fall damage. I said falling down an endless pit. It's not endless. I'm not even close. Sometimes I drop items and pick them up instantly because I try to enter the door very quickly. Actually, a spider is very nice because they're just gonna hang out in that area. I might have already checked this. But they're gonna take up a lot of space, a lot of monster space. So I'm probably not going to find much else other than that spider. Maybe like a loot bug or a snare flea or a slime. Any of those could be very dangerous. But not as dangerous as something else. Although it's assurance, so what am I gonna find really? I feel like the flashlight is not working properly. It keeps turning off randomly, and I don't think that's my input. Problem, I can't carry all these back. I already had, okay, I'll need to make 2 trips. Yeah, another just for the apparatus, but that might be what I need to get the quota on just one day. But I think I'll still need to make a trip back to the fire exit. And we'll also see if the fox is on the ship again. A bit of a recurring character. See, this I'm less happy about. It's nice that they aren't directly harmful. If the fox is on the ship again, I wouldn't really mind just waiting for midnight. Although... they're obsessed. Little close for that to recharge the flashlight. Yeah, I think their AI is a little bit broken. They have some weird tendency to want to return to the ship. The pilot. New friend unlocked. Maybe the plants are supposed to spread around your ship. I mean, that'd feel really unfair if the fox just like hung out like right next to your ship every single time you landed. I should have dropped off the flashlight. See, did the flashlight turn on when I picked that up? Very strange. I also wonder if the fox takes up any space for outdoor monsters. Like, if there's a fox, then there can't be as many dogs or as many giants. There's also a chance that the plants stay consistent within the same moon. So let's say that you yeah, better know how to use the console. Yeah, cool. If I try to leave, they're just gonna kill me. So I think I'm stuck. Now I kind of want to just like hang out on the ship, just wait for them to show up. I mean, that's kind of what they did when I went to March. They just immediately climbed up. A worm can't get you here, but I need to worry about that now. Well, the worms are most likely to show up on Assurance. They're like the most common outdoor monster. We have to... I feel like I need to bring back a lot of items to even have a chance at meeting quota. So I might need to make... I need to get the 3 or 4 most valuable items I possibly can. Key. I've been here. Not what I'd like to see, because, well, 41. Why is it saying 41? Well, like, maybe that's one reason, but this is really far away. Oh, thank you. Oh, apparatus is taken out anyway, so that's not going to do anything. But the lights, I think the lights were out when I got here, so that would have turned it back on. See the flashlight. Stop doing that, man. I almost fell again. Cookie mold pan. It's just in the corner of the room. Pretty valuable. Not, don't hate to see it. I really hope there's something just this way. I'd like to find 2 more valuable items that are not two-handed. Spooky ambient sound effect. Probably this is the spider's domain. And the loot bug's domain. It's very late. I'm not gonna... Thank you, loot bug. Fox didn't show up. Hey, dude. I think that was a dog and a... Goodness. Oh, that's a dead file? Oh, yeah. Goodbye. Anyway. When you're solo, the snare fleas can't kill you. But the loot bug was also there and he just got mad at me instantly. I don't know what I did. Although if one of those items, the bottles or probably the bottles, if that was part of the loot bug stash, then they would have gotten mad at me regardless of if they actually saw me pick up the items. Yeah, they can't kill you solo because it would be a little bit unfair. There are a few little bonuses that you get if you're solo to make up for the difficulty. Let's see if these plants are back. So if a snare flea just drops on your head and you couldn't react to it at all, then it doesn't kill you. It drops you to very low health, so you're pretty much guaranteed to die to anything else, but you won't die to the snare flea. Unless any other creature also shows up at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, Brackens. Brackens, if you look at them for too long, they get mad at you and kill you. But solo, you can look at them for significantly longer. They basically are never really a problem unless they sneak up behind you. Which, of course, it's the main threat anyway, but... often in solo or in multiplayer, if you are in a group and a Bracken shows up, enough people will end up accidentally looking at the Bracken that they will just get mad almost instantly. So that becomes quite a big problem. But I mean, unless you're like in an organized group and you all know to like immediately look away from a Bracken if one shows up. Brackens, of course, are still incredibly... Oh. They're still incredibly dangerous because they can just kill you out of nowhere. And, I mean, like, dying randomly is, like, a part of the game. Especially, like, in multiplayer, too, but it's less... it's not as bad because at least you have the rest of the group to keep going. And now your target group was probably going to know that there's Bracken somewhere, so they know to look out. Cool ads though, no, they don't care. They are still just as much of a problem. Although I don't really know how you would nerf coil heads. What would you change about them? Because I feel like the behavior of like if you're looking at them they can't move, I feel like that can't change at all. It's not like they just like can't move sometimes, like I don't know. I think the only way to really change it is to make them just like either very rare or just not show up at all. Are the lights out? I don't know. Oh, I took out the apparatus once again. There's another item somewhere. There we go. The scanner can usually tell you there's at least one more item somewhere in the area. Because it will like give you the tally of the total value if there are multiple items around. Even if you don't... I thought this little thing was a Bracken's eyes. I'm gonna head back. I can get a few more. Cool, dude. Maybe AI is a little bit broken right now. For more than just the foxes. Well, this turret is the only way to keep going. Try to observe the pattern that it moves in. Okay, it's gonna eventually look into the wall, and I can run past. Huge open area. It's suddenly a very bright room. There's an axle, I believe. That doesn't... It's not great because I can't carry more 200 items easily. Ah, I didn't bring my keys with me. Well, if I can get more of those... That's just like a aliasing thing. Engine. Okay. Good chances here. I don't know why I feel the need to close those. It's just the right thing to do. Like, you're gonna open it up, you gotta close it later. There could be items hiding up there, by the way. I always check. I almost just jumped off. Do I want to bring another 200 item? I really don't. It'd be such a hassle to do another trip back. Just to grab maybe just one 200 item. This is where I came from. And I need to go all the way around. I'll grab it. Oh, my flashlight's about to run out and I'm gonna be in complete darkness. Maybe. Isn't this game exciting? And also probably horrible for compression. I hope you guys can see anything. Right. No, stamina. And the bug was over here. Goodness. Okay. I can grab all of those in one trip. I think it's just because of how like human vision works and the way that color works on computers. There's just not as many dark colors. Sorry about that. There's not as many dark colors. So when it's like in really dark environments, there's only like a handful of... Well, also actually, how does that work through compression? I don't really know. I'm not equipped to answer that. They nerfed those the worms, and I'm very happy about it. They now always have a 1 second delay at least before they jump at you. So there's never times where they just like pop out instantly and just kill you, and that's very appreciated. Also, if a dog shows up, I need to be quiet. Just a little reminder. Oh shoot, yeah, I can't carry both of these. Of course. I don't want to make a trip back by the time it's like We have these items here anyway. A little bit of extra. Oh, wow. There was one more item. I thought that I might have left something behind. I just couldn't see it. Well, that was pointless. That's why it was flat. Blended in with the floor. And the scanner is not very consistent. There we go. That was a great day. It's already been 2 hours. I think I want to try to make it to some harder moons. Maybe the mansions. Go to Rend. I think Rend is probably where I want to head. But first, I want to experiment with the truck, or the cruiser, or whatever it is. Let's go do assurance again. I'm not against it. You know, a lot of these solo runs boil down to going to assurance many times. Oh, the plants are here. Alright, so I want to keep track of just how many of these there are, and see if it increases every time I go to a new moon. Or maybe if I clear them out right now. I mean, I can't. I don't even have a weed killer, but if I clear them out right now, would they never show up again? That might be like a legitimate thing you have to do now. A little bit of yard work. Anyway, this is annoying. I think I'm gonna stay away from that. Here's a locker room. That's enemies just spawned. It's a loot bug. Which means, pick this up. Some soda. And I think there was more back there. Locked. I might just head back. Bottles. They do still spawn in some weird places. It's a cup. Yep. Crazy discovery. I think I head back here. Yep. Bug sounds. We're gonna want to scatter around the main entrance area pretty quickly before the loot bug takes everything. If I had a weapon, it's kind of worth it sometimes to let the loot bug collect a bunch of items and kill them to just take all the items back. They can be a nice way to kind of coalesce a bunch of items to one big pile. That is then much easier too. Yes. A little shocking, a little surprising when they just kind of show up in front of your face. Now, this is a weapon. You're probably not going to like it. Guy was so interested in me. Thank you. Let's go to the fire exit. There's two bottles here anyway, so I'll have to make multiple trips. And these yield signs are super heavy, so it might take a while. And the flat, well, whatever. Who cares about the flashlight? You know those? I don't want to specify anything, but there are some companies, some Fox is probably going to be in the ship. There's some products designed to make it easier to drink water, like by trying to improve the taste or something like that, or just the experience. It's like, man, isn't it difficult to drink enough water? How about we do something to make it more appealing? It's like, that's so strange. Is it hard to drink water? Sorry if I am maybe misunderstanding something about that, but I feel like it's not too bad. Especially if it is a content creator who is being sponsored by the product explaining it, and the content creator is like, man, it's hard to drink water, but it's like, dude, you talk all the time for your videos. You're going to be drinking water. It's much easier to drink water when you're talking a lot. So that's not a very good reason for them. But of course, that's just probably part of the ad read. People hate the taste of water. How would a person like that survive in the past? When water, probably even lower quality water, is the only option. So anyway, large spacecrafts, is that the plants or the Fox? Because I thought it was the plants that, like, stay on spaceships so it can spread, not the Fox. Where's the flashlight? I dropped it somewhere, didn't I? Am I blind? Oh. Outside the ship. The Fox, really? That's very strange behavior, though. It feels unintended, the way they just kind of sit there and don't do anything. And if you want to, you just walk up to them and hit them, and they don't care. I would think that they would, mostly hang out in the plants and try to, like, ambush you, yeah. Because literally every single time I've encountered the Fox, they ended up on the ship. So, or most of the times that I encountered them, they ended up on the ship. Like, that feels, like, too common to be... It's quite strange. I don't like the lack of visibility here. This might actually be the other side of the locked door. Although, am I making that up? Did I even see a locked door before? Something just spawned in. They might have been behind that security door. I kind of don't want to risk trying to investigate. You know, sure. 1 bottles. They don't leave spots often. Yeah. Because the first time I saw them, they just hung out by the plants for the entire day. I almost say cycle every time. Is there even a Fox here? Because there were plants, right? Growing up there. Let's just leave. That's called juice. if you want to make water taste better, go outside when it's hot, um, or don't drink water for a while, and then it'll taste better. Guess we're going to Vow. Most of the time, I feel like I end up just going to whatever moon has the best weather, and if it's Assurance, then I go there. That's my decision making for the moons. Just go to Assurance. If it has bad weather, go to the next best weather. Some jank there. Now, do I see locusts? This beehive. Titan had good weather. I literally cannot. Oops, I'm bad. I didn't see how valuable it was. So this might not even be worth it. 77. That's okay. By the way, this is the best way to get bees. Kind of actually, I'm not doing it great. Not being a great example, but you kind of want to do this like U-shaped turn. Kind of bait them away from the nest, from the hive, and then you can grab them on the way back. I'll go to the fire exit first. There's a huge boulder. They do look kind of out of place sometimes. And why are they like top heavy? Like why haven't they like rolled over yet? Huge empty room. Thank you. A gift box. I haven't found one of those yet. Or an egg. They may have reduced the frequency of eggs because I have not found a single one, and they used to be super common. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the very fun type of egg where if you threw it, it has a chance of exploding and damaging you very severely. And they were not really fun to deal with. Thank you for putting the key on the other side of the door. Oh, well, that's valuable. Spore lizard. Cookie mold pan. That's everything. Well, I'll take these back. They explode? Yeah, explosive eggs. It's just a little hidden surprise, you know. Actually, they're guaranteed to explode. It's just a question of when. That's how they work. You know, this is the fire exit. I don't really like returning here, and it was going to take a long time to bring this back, so I will only make one trip. But the eggs, I feel like I used to see like at least one egg every moon. So I think that the chance of those showing up is probably lower. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw that in the patch notes. Are there even patch notes available now? Maybe somewhere. Usually they're kind of alongside the, like, official updates, but this is not even the like, this is still the beta. New fear unlocked. By the way, eggs can't explode for real if you like microwave them or something like that. Hey guys. We're rich. Yeah, don't microwave them. Yeah, that's a good solution to that. If you don't microwave an egg, and it might need to be. Actually, I don't know. I don't know what like circumstance causes that to happen, but I've seen a video about it in there. What are you doing? Also, I should not be approaching from this direction. I don't know what I'm doing, but the bees are over here. Also, it'd be really funny if I saw Fox in this ship any second now. No, I didn't even see any plants, so I'm gonna guess they're not even here yet. Let's do one quick trip to the main entrance. Staying out late on this map is pretty risky. There's a very high chance of giants showing up, and they like to eat people. I've seen one giant in the distance. What was that noise? How many bottles? I don't like this place. Alright. Okay, it's just the other path. Something feels safe about... Sorry about that. There's something safe about, like, tunnels that only have, like, one path, because you know that you like, I've seen everything behind you as you walk down the tunnel, you know? But if there's multiple paths, then you walk down, then the further you keep walking, the more, like, paths open up behind you that stuff could appear from, you know? So many like, corners things could be hiding behind. I don't know if I make it where the bridge collapses. We're safe. That was very close though. Actually, if there was a fox, I would probably hear it. They're quite loud. I have noticed, watching some other people play this game, people like to mess with their friends. And, sometimes that... Thank you for the reminder. I left some beads out. Here we go. People like to mess with their friends, and that might involve making sounds in the distance that might be mistaken for monster sounds. And I feel like the fox is like, I mean, it's a very like animal sounding sound, so I don't think people probably won't think of that, but it's like, what is that thing in the distance? Oop, shut up. Anyway, we get to drive a car. Maybe. I don't know how this thing is gonna work at all. Playing Lethal for the first time at the worst experience. You discovered you didn't like Brackens. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. This is quite a lot of stuff. I think I'm going to sell all of it. Pretty valuable though. Yes, Lethal Company has gotten an update. It is only accessible as a public beta at the moment. On a small spoiler, here's a magnet on the side of the ship. I don't even know what it does yet. But if you want to experience it for yourself, you may want to stop watching. Also, welcome to the stream. Oh man, all these two-handed items. Yeah, I think I have a guess for what the magnet does. Oh man, there's a lot of 300 items. This will take some time. Probably attracts. Yeah, they tend to do that. Aren't magnets so strange? They're literally magic. Like, I want to push this thing without touching it. You can do that with magnets. I want this thing to, like, levitate. You can do that with magnets. You want something to spin? Magnets. Like, they do everything. Might also repel? True. I need 100 items left. One soda. Made it. Did it open? Okay. So I have a lot of money now. I could go to a hard moon. I don't really have enough money to do everything. It's the same info bill. I'm hoping that there's a secret moon in this updates, but maybe that's too much to ask for. But maybe it's hidden somewhere. Or just some weed. Maybe I'll try to go to the hard moons on the next quota. I do want to try these a little bit more. I want to see how much they can spray. They're still doing this. That's annoying. Flashlights are a little bit broken. I am still a little bit worried because I know that there's another creature that I have not yet seen. Who is likely to be on the hard moons, which means that they're going to be dangerous. Not like the other guy isn't dangerous, but let's what would be a good moon to go to test this out? I guess Rend. Rend is probably the best option. But out of the free moons, definitely not Adamance. Not really Vow. Maybe Vow? No, too many trees probably. I guess March. Yeah, it would be March, huh? How are we doing? Terrified? 8 hours of swipe up RNG nip. That sounds like a lot of fun. Let's leave. I think I have everything I need. I'm gonna buy the cruiser on a planet. I think that makes the most sense. And I think I'll go to March. March or Assurance, I think, are the best options. I should get some decent overtime bonus. Yeah, 150. Experimentation would not really be worth it. Assurance might be worth it. Vow probably wouldn't work. Offense might work, but it'd be kind of weird. March would probably be good. Adamance would probably be bad. Let's go to March. Suffering in Hunter. Pairing does not work. It still doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Okay, let's see how this works. Maybe I should wait until we land just to be safe. Make sure there's no weeds around. These are not weeds. That's a bee. Okay, I'll get the bees. They might get in the way later. Ow, they caught up. You guys catch up. Alright, did they do beehives weigh something now? Sorry. No? So we're gonna be hearing bees for a bit. Let's look at this. Let's wait. I guess it comes from the... Where's the drop? Push. Hello? Did I grab it? I can no longer switch to my flashlight. Oh no. I can also no longer, oh, I'm holding it. It's just broken. Okay, a little bit of jank. Please let me play the game though. Oh shoot, I can't leave. Functional game. This is beta. Can't pick that up. Well, shoot. That's fun. Okay, I guess I won't read that. That's kind of unfortunate, but hopefully the rest of it will work. Let's also just get that right away. I did get soft locked. Because, I mean, does this break? No. So, like, this is how I'd expect it to work. Oh, that's kind of dark. That's how the manual is supposed to work. Maybe it's because I was holding a flashlight. You know, I'll try it one more time. Or let's try it a little bit first. I do want to look at this animation a little bit more. The music is a little bit more... a little bit strange. Oh yeah. Oh man, this is a bit more involved. Eject. Trying? Oh, my hand is... Oh, that's kind of strange. Oh, there we go. Oh, don't... Okay, just hold it, and it might work eventually. Why does it sound like something's broken? Oh, nope, we're chilling. Oh, something was broken. Okay, I understand. So it's a little bit finicky to operate. That's your trade-off for being a potentially very powerful asset. Let's try that again. Maybe I broke it because I kept messing around with that. Or maybe I should read the manual. If it worked. So we get to see this happen again. Also, I'm not happy with the trees or the visibility. They definitely want it to feel they don't want to make it easy for you. I know that there were some complaints because this was in the trailer for this update, but there were some complaints that it might be too overpowered to let you carry a bunch of items. But I think that he was very much aware of that and tried to make it. Okay. It's very open. That's a very close tree. Don't press that. Oh gosh. Okay, I'll be honest. I don't know how to drive. So I might not operate this correctly. Now it sounds like it's broken again. Exit. It did break. Maybe durable. Oh, that might have been my problem. Higher speeds, yeah, that's good. Hover posture. Not like I have any control over that. How many pages is this? Oh. I might take flights. Oh, actually, not here. Don't mind the birds, or whatever these guys are. Okay, don't be a clown. This kind of sounds like the same. Okay. Sorry, just a second. I'm gonna grab a shovel. Also, it's like the middle of the day. Is this like weird? Oh, if I hit that, would it explode? Did they just hit the truck? Come here. Sorry, I know you guys are neat, but you're just a manticore. Oh. Is there already? Oh, yeah. Is that going to be necessary? There's a window there. Try. Oh. Oh, that. Okay. Am I stuck? Is this tree a problem? Oh gosh, I have to keep track of that. Am I stuck in this tree? Oh no. Now you start moving. Oh no, is it broken? Oh damn, I'm strong. Okay, I get it now. Oh man. Oh, this is not good terrain. This is not good terrain. Okay, we're learning out here. This feels like something I need to practice, actually. Like, genuinely. No, I do not have a license. They really just give you a car and they're like, good luck. But that's nice. That's it's like actually kind of balanced because you have to have very good terrain because there were like all those rocks are actually kind of a pain. How long would it take for modders to make racetracks? Well, I guess modders have the tools to make other types of cars. You know, we can we have money. Oh shoot, I spent it and I didn't reset the save. Okay, let's. Did I wait? No, I already sold everything, so that doesn't matter. Let's just play normally for a bit. I might practice that and try to find maps where it actually works, because I got stuck on a tree for a while. It is capable of removing trees itself. And like on this map, like this is already a problem. That's already a problem. You probably wouldn't be able to make it up here. And if you did, you would, yeah. But I'm thinking Rend. Rend sounds like the perfect, let's get stuck in the snow. But Rend sounds like the perfect place to use it because it has a very long path to the main entrance. And so most of your time on Rend is spent running back and forth, right? To carry items. And, man, it's nice to be able to move by pressing left to move left. A lot of two-handed items. A truck should be useful right now. Why am I playing Roblox? Oh, hold up. These are all two-handed items. So, inconveniences. Also, get ready to see a lot of clips of people crashing the car. Exactly what I did. I don't think I've ever played a game with a vehicle that was so intricate. Because usually they're like, okay, this is a game. Let's make things very simple and control like a video game character. And I'm in games with cars and like the very basic control of like very basic controls that are very easy and like fun to use. That's like a bunch of different buttons to press. All of the already some people dying with the jetpack. Yeah, that too. Jetpack is actually much easier to use, although you do kind of need to get used to the physics of it. Mid flashbang. Maybe. I personally like the jetpack, but you can't carry two-handed items with it. This is adequate. I'll just make a lot of trips running back and forth with these two-handed items. And I'm sure that even if you move very slowly with it, it's still worth it to be able to carry pretty much all of your items back in one go. I assume that's what you're gonna be able to do with it. As someone is to Roblox, I mean, if you know the developer, it does make sense. But also, what does that even mean? Because Roblox is not one game; it is a trillion games. So you can find one game. You can find a Lethal Company in Roblox and be like, look, it's the same game. Can I just move? Or is that the bottle? Drop all these down. So a lot more trips just for these items. But I don't really care too much about making a ton of money, just enough to make it to... I think I want to go to Rend. Do I? Because, okay, this is something I was talking about earlier. Each moon has like a creature that is the most common. For Rend, that it's the Nutcracker. For Dine, it's the Butler. I guess Titan doesn't really have one, does it? So if this new creature, new theoretical creature that I don't know anything about, and don't spoil anything, if they are, you know, they might be most common on Titan. To kind of fill that gap. Although I feel like Titan is kind of like a, kind of just like every dangerous monster all mushed together into one moon. Yeah. Oh. Right. New creature, new entity. Are those different? I mean a new monster, the kind that wants to kill you. Although I haven't seen it, I don't know anything about it. So I don't know. I've seen one outdoor creature that is like somewhat aggressive. They're not really aggressive. They're not like dogs, you know, where they chase you, but they're like an ambush predator. Maybe. Actually, their behavior is a little bit jank. New entity can be the truck. I think the truck is very much something different. When I opened the game, there was a pop-up that was like, version 55 is here, truck, and some new creatures, or like it said a couple new creatures. This is specific wording, which I think means more than one. I do kind of want to bring the truck to a... Should I keep calling it a truck? The cruiser? The company cruiser? I kind of want to bring it to a much more open area, because I feel like March was not ideal. Although, like, I'm sure that eventually you can figure out and get the right routes. I kind of want to be greedy here. You could probably learn like a good route to take that's pretty safe and like still like efficient, you know. But like, just don't get stuck in the trees, don't get stuck on the rocks, don't drive into the lake. But I don't think any of the like early moons are a really good option. All the terrain is so all over the place. I mean, okay, think about how like if you're carrying if you have an inventory full of pretty heavy items, you're going to be walking very slowly. Yeah. Think about even if you drive the cruiser very slowly with like 10 items, you are still being significantly more efficient. Here's an egg. And here's a bolt. Well, we'll head back now. So like, even if you're moving very slowly, very carefully, as long as you have a ton of items in your inventory or in the cruiser, of course, then it ends up being worth it. You know. Also, I should not use all my stamina because the worm is still out here somewhere. Oh, that's the new plants, right? Looks like it. Is there a fox on the ship? No. Why were they so obsessed with the... Oh, hold up. They're so obsessed with getting on the ship. Which makes me think that if I don't see one on the ship, then there isn't one at all. that is the connection that I've made. That was a good day though. That was great. It's gonna... Okay, we're gonna be very quick. Today we're going to run in and run out. In March. Because I'd rather not die with all these items. And also the stream might end soon, although I wouldn't mind going a little bit longer. It leads the company. Although I don't see any rocks here now. Are the rocks random or was it those rocks? Because this is a pretty open path, although you need to kind of weave your way through these trees. I could see that if you get really good at handling it. Is that a thumper? Bunch of two-handed items. Which one's the most valuable? I could just bring these back. That'd be the whole day. It's kind of lagging, by the way. Just a little bit. I mean, it is a big map. A big map. So it's not too surprising. Just want to leave. I want to find more one-handed items because it feels like a bit of a waste to... That is a stumper, actually. I wasn't imagining things. I feel like I could get more. This little, like, this thing, I keep thinking that's an item. And so I'm always like, oh, I missed the thing in the corner there, but no. Also, I could have saved a lot of time just by grabbing this and leaving immediately. But yeah, you can't know that ahead of time. Also, I want to think about this cruiser. Let's assume that I can use it very efficiently. That at the end of the day, I wonder how it interacts with monsters. What will the giants do? What if you run into a giant? These are the questions we need to answer. You can probably run over... Oh, I think in the trailer, it actually ran over... They run over a dog and like everything blows up or something like that. Something bad happens. So I don't think it's... I mean, you could probably run over like a baboon hawk. You could probably run over your friends. Or like masks. Not like that is ever going to happen. I can like imagine the clips already. I think that's what the developer is thinking about most of the time. Partially like, okay, how can I improve gameplay? How can I make this a more enjoyable or more scary experience? And then the other part is, what kind of clips will this make if I add this to the game? Maybe not clips, but just like, I mean, you don't need to be recording, you know, it could just be fun moments with your friends that don't get clipped and posted to the internet a billion times, but how can this new creature or new object create fun scenarios when messing around with your friends, you know? And I think that like kind of justifies a lot of additions to the game. Like, maybe it's not the most balanced, maybe it's kind of unfair, but it's gonna be funny. For the content, you know? For single player, so thinking about this cruiser, let's assume that I can effectively use it in single player. Would it be worth it? Most of the time, you can bring back most of the items that you find, unless you get really lucky with like a ton of items on the map, and you just can't bring them all back in time. Or if they're all two-handed items, and it's not worth it to go back and forth several times. Maybe in Rend, because Rend is really good, but it takes way too long to walk back and forth, and usually that's not a big problem in a big group. You can have like multiple people bring back items while everyone else is searching. So you can make that efficient. But single player, it's like you spend most of your time walking back and forth, so maybe the cruiser is exactly what you need on that map. It's also kind of a buff to Rend, and Rend has been a pretty powerful option for most of the game's life. Rend is like the very safe option for how valuable the items are. You know, compared to Dyne or Titan, it's like there's not nearly as many threats, but there's still a very decent amount of items. There's still a lot of good items, you know. Anyway, let's make this quick. I'm gonna sell everything again. Hopefully this will be the last quota, and we'll find everything. You can turn on again. No. I haven't got to use those again. So notice that I haven't really encountered too many more of those plants. Maybe they do spread with you. Like the more that you encounter them, or maybe the more you walk past them. That sounds kind of weird though. Like, why would you have an impact on the plants growing on the moon before you even get there? I'm making a weird noise. There are dangerous items I'm holding on to. Oh, I can't, really. That's capacity.
Your hard work is invaluable to the company.
You know, you can just talk to activate this thing. Like this bell is only here to make a noise, and with enough noise, it eventually activates the door to open. So if you just like have some sort of noisemaker, or you could just talk for long enough around this thing, eventually it should open up. Okay, who knows? Maybe it just was gonna take a while anyway. Let's see how much money we got. How many rectangles we have? Not really too much. Maybe I should have tried a little bit harder. Although I did spend an entire day blowing up. I might get a bit of an overtime bonus too. But for moons, Rend is... I mean, I can just go to Rend. Sure. Let's look for some spooky things. Go Titan. I don't feel like going Titan. I like that Rend. I like that the mansion maps have much more space. So if the monster shows up on the other side of a room, I have more space to observe it and try to like learn more about it, instead of being like in a tiny hallway where they might just kind of show up and kill me out of nowhere and I don't really have time to react. Oh, good weather, good weather. Did that cost money? Or is it because I haven't gone there yet? For the content. Did I lose money for that? I still have 1,000. Huh. Or did I have more than that? Oh boy, I'm reminded that I don't like this place. Rend. So just look at how far you need to walk. You also can't really see anything, so maybe the car still kind of sucks because you can't see where you're going. I'm really actually finding it difficult to see the cruiser as like being very useful. Oh, great. Yeah, complete darkness. My favorite. Because initially the cruiser seems very powerful. It's like a way to carry a lot of items with you. Yeah, so you can basically, if you're in a big group, the ultimate way to do it would be to spend the entire day picking up as many items as you possibly can. And at the very end, drive all the way back with the cruiser. And, you know, you could bring back way more items. That's a bit better. Not really. Fire exit. Where even is the fire exit? I don't think if I had left through that, I don't even think I could make it back. Mansion maps sure are a mess. I know that some people are more used to navigating them. I tend to not go to the mansions. I mean, about like 90% of my playtime is probably on assurance. It's ambience. So like I'm very comfortable with assurance, and it's like the other maps are always like outside of my safety zone. Oh, it's so bright in here. I can't really tell if that's an in-game sound or something else. And okay, I want to talk about the butler, because we're on a mansion map. It's kind of fitting, right? They can spawn on Rend, right? Hey, dude. But the butler, I kind of hate the butler. I'll be honest. Sorry, it's Lethal Company. This game is so good, but there's problems with it, especially for the single player experience, and that is especially where the butler is annoying. That is definitely an in-game sound. I mean, you guys could have just told me. But like Lethal is very good. But single player, it's obviously not designed for this. and that's especially true when it comes to the butler. Their whole mechanic is that if you are alone, they will try to kill you. And if you are in a group, then they are harmless. Yes. Guess what? When you're playing single player, you're always alone. So the butler always just tries to kill you. Dude, that's not how it works. Yeah, the butler is basically, if you see them, you're dead. Or just try to run away as fast as possible. Thank you, flashlight. They end up, I mean, on Dyne especially, they're so common, you're almost guaranteed to run into like at least one butler, but probably more. Oh. Hello. Had to instantly lose with one button press. I feel like I found enough stuff to return. But Dyne, the thing about Dyne is that I actually kind of likes Dyne. As dangerous as it is, the fire, especially after the map redesign, the fire exit is super convenient. It's probably the most accessible fire exit. Basically just being off to the side of the ship. I mean, it still does take a little while to get there, but it's pretty close to the ship. And it's a very easy path to take. So like Dyne used to be, I mean, even before the map got changed, Dyne was almost as good, like as long as you had an extension ladder, but that was still kind of annoying to deal with. But being able to access a mansion map without having to spend so much time walking back and forth, it was pretty good. I think it was a good option for solo. It's still very dangerous. Oh wow. That's a lag spike. Am I being haunted? I think I'm being haunted. That's wonderful. Not dangerous though. I can stay safe. Dog might just show up because I'm yapping a bunch. But typewriter, yeah, that's what that was. Yeah. I haven't seen any new items. It's kind of sad because I think like new scrap pickup in the facility is kind of fun. Am I lost? I think I got lost. Shoot. Where am I? Here we go. Guess we're just gonna have to leave that behind. That's unfortunate. But what was I saying? I totally forget. Okay, thank you. Keeps complaining about my old save files. Gee, did that cost anything? Doc was not impressed. Sometimes they just kind of kill you because they feel like it. Still 1,000. Huh. Yeah, that's bugged too. Oh boy, I love visibility. It's a chance that I have a significantly higher chance of encountering the new monster. So that's fun. Or actually every monster. Everything that wants to kill you. Yep. Average Titan experience. Also, I don't have a shovel or an extension ladder, which I like to take. By the way, the very first oh, it's mansion anyway. The very first time I saw Lethal Company, it was on Titan for quite a while. So it, oh, that's great. That was risky. I didn't know where they were exactly. Oops. They had a fast reaction. Get shot. Yeah, a little too late for that. I almost got this treasure. What's that sound? Was that a spooky? Probably just a fire. I do appreciate the fact that ambient sounds tend to sound like other things. Where you hear it in the distance and you're like, what is that sound? It kind of sounds like a monster, but it also kind of sounds like nothing. I have a feeling that the sound of the fire was specifically designed to sound like to have like a few other sounds in there, as well as the ship, like the ambient sound of the ship just sitting there. It kind of sounds like maybe like something else, but you can't quite tell, and it makes you stop for a second and just think like, is there something dangerous going on? I'm gonna go back to the main entrance, by the way. I'm just waiting for the Nutcracker to calm down, which they definitely have at this point, but I don't know where they are. They could have been in this room. I kind of want to just hang out in this room. I like how spacious it is. Like I kind of wouldn't mind if the new monster just kind of showed up and just sat there, and so I could scan it and leave. Not a fan of encountering it in a dark hallway. This is done. I can encounter 1,000 other things first. By the way, these things, I think these are like super safe. That's the Nutcracker. If you stand on one of these, like most enemies, they can't really track where you are. Or if they do know where you are, they can't really get there. I have a feeling that the only way to make any progress is to get past the Nutcracker. I feel like I just need to leave at this point. If I don't leave, then there'd be too many dogs and stuff. Nothing so far. By the way, the reason I said that I wanted an extension ladder is because of a little trick that you can do here, where right on this spot here, if you put a ladder right here, it makes it all the way to the ship, and you can just stand at the end of the ladder and drop items down, and they will land in the ship. So you basically only need to drop items down to that layer, and then transport them on the ladder to get the rest of the way there. And it saves so much time to bring items back. And if there's like monsters on the ground, like dogs, you don't even have to interact with them at all. I mean, if they hear you, they're gonna walk up and check you. So it's not perfectly safe. Same with giants, but then if something becomes dangerous, you just jump into the ship and suddenly you're safe. I didn't really run into anything there, did I? Let's do one more run. I'm not going to Okay, here's my strategy. Forget self-preservation. It's stormy. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, forget self-preservation. Let's grab a shovel too. I'm just gonna run straight into the facility as far as I can. And just see what I run into. But do I even have a shovel? That might have been a different save file. Oh, that was a new sound effect. Was it? Actually, I don't know. I should charge this. Also, I hope that they remove the random lightning strikes that had a chance of just killing you outright. But with no warning at all. Because there's the telegraphed ones with the sparking sound effect. Like, you can tell when you're gonna get struck by lightning, and you can react to it. You can do something. But sometimes there's some like lightning strikes that just happen randomly, and if you are standing in the wrong spot, you just die. I probably should have noticed this one first. This implies the existence of a fox. I mean, okay, every other time that I saw these plants, there's a fox nearby, but maybe they're not completely linked together. Maybe the plants can just exist on their own. That's not good. Early spawn, isn't it? Oh, I'm just following them. Sure, let's go another way then. But also, this is a strange map for those plants to spawn, right? It doesn't seem like the best environment for them. I thought that they'd maybe be exclusive to the more foresty places. But this is like the opposite of that environment. Snowy wasteland. Bracken's gonna show up soon. Let's hunt some down. No? I like to close doors behind myself. Because if a creature is walking nearby and they open the door, you get like a nice sound cue that there's something there. Whereas if you just leave all the doors open, then you have no idea where they're moving around. Did they go up? They went up, right? Okay, that's a fun bit of their AI. They like to hide in the corners of these rooms. So that you walk up the stairs and then they can kill you by walking up behind you. That's a genuine strategy that they try to do. Okay, let's I guess we're just chasing the bracken down. Not ideal, but I need to get past these turrets. What is that? Oh, that's a mask. Not what I want to see. Why can't those turrets shoot that guy? Or is it a mask? Yes, most definitely. Well, I said I was gonna just run in. If I run into a dead end, then well, I guess this is a dead end, but you leave me no choice. I hope you get eaten by a fox. Goodness. So he should be here now, right? Yeah, it did say they're highly invasive, but I feel like that still requires that it's at least the right environment for it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the bracken would like to hang out right here. Nutcracker. Bracken. Hello, I'd like to add more turrets to Titan. This is another reason Titan used to be like a good option for like high quota runs. But I think it's just too dangerous in terms of turrets. Too many hazards that can block off some critical paths. It's again hoping for no dead ends. Oh boy, great path to go. Why are you mad? What did I do? It's just a game. Guess I got too close to him. Where's the mask, dude? Did they get distracted? Oh yeah, that's a nice sight. I mean, I'm definitely aware of all the creatures here already. Oh, that's... Hey, dude. No, What am I doing? This is the fire exit again. Hey, dude. You're kind of boring, you know. That's great. See, now I can't see anything. What good is this? Oh, that was fun. I don't think we're gonna be seeing anything new. That's Lethal Company. That's a fun update. I mean, at least the Fox showed up early on. We got a good good look at them. I'm not quite sure if they're functioning correctly, but they are definitely interesting the way that they were described to work. The plants kind of spreading out and kind of infecting like every moon, if that's how it works. I'm still not entirely confident about that, but they definitely do spread out and cover quite a large area sometimes. And the Fox is fun. I like the sound it makes. Very ambient, very spooky. Most common on Dine, really? I don't like that, because Dine already has the butler. I was pretty much staying away from Dine for that very reason. Well, I'll find it eventually. The cruiser is very funny. I'm gonna have to practice that and find a good map for it to a good map for it to even like be usable. Doesn't even spawn on Titan. That's fun. That's great. Anyway, for tomorrow's stream, it might be Rain World. I believe the Rivulet 80% record got broken. I might need to return to that. Or I'll just play Pilgrimage. Actually, I could do that thing where like if I get a really short cycle, I do the 80% run. If I get a long cycle, I do the Pilgrimage run. I could try that. Also, there's no sounds playing right now. Oh, there it is. It's still there. It's just very quiet. I thought that it changed. Maybe you can hear it better on the stream. Anyway, more Rain World. I think I'm planning on playing some other games. Maybe Tetris too. Actually, yeah. I don't think it'd be unreasonable that I might stream Tetris on Twitch only. I might do that. Maybe on Wednesday. Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. See ya.